Okay, we're going to take a closer look at this external hard drive that we got for our network. This one is not in a box because it was bought refurbished. So there must have been something wrong with it, or it was a factory return or something, and it went back to the factory. They did whatever they did to put their seal of approval on it, and then I bought it for a little cheaper than I would if I bought a new one. Basically what this one is, and they're all a little different, but this one is a plastic enclosure. So it's actually pretty neat because it's got so many holes for air transfer through for cooling. But this is a 1 terabyte hard drive inside of here, and there's just enough of a controller board so that when I plug it in with this USB 2 cable to my computer, it's going to just identify as a big giant hard drive. I can do it here with this little tiny Dell. We were just using in some reviews, some other reviews. I'll just close out of everything. Of course, the power supply needs to be plugged in. And once it's plugged in, there's usually some sort of a light indicator to let you know that it's on. I'm not seeing anything like that, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in this way. There, we got a light. I didn't have it plugged in all the way on the power. So now that it's plugged in and plugged into the computer, we should see something come up and tell us that a device is found. And we did. New hardware found, disk drive. Great. Found new hardware. It's installed and ready to be used. Got quite a bit of dust on that screen. So now if we come up and we open up the hard drive, it's going to have to open up a terabyte empty drive, so it might take a little while. Once it's mapped it out, it should be a little quicker. Now we finally see that pop-up. I closed it. That was just the pop-up from the device itself. And now that we see we've got 930 gigabytes available, which isn't quite a terabyte, but whenever you install a hard drive, there's a certain amount of drivers and stuff on it, and they're never really right at 1 terabyte. But you can see that it upped the 4 gigabytes that we have available on our computer now to 930, and what we'll be able to do then is plug this into other laptops in the network. Perhaps plug it into a computer that stays on all the time and then share the hard drive, and that gives us a place to back things up. And like I was saying, you really don't get a lot of you don't get as much mileage as you used to out of a terabyte when video files can add up to gigabytes themselves. But that's we're looking at about $90 when I bought it from Hong Kong through an online shop. Like I say, refurbished. I think it sells for $129 new, and that was again on the internet. If you bought this in a store in town, I wouldn't be surprised if you paid closer to $200 for it, because they do quite a bit of markup on stuff at the big box stores sometimes. So anyway, this is a terabyte. It's basically just a hard drive in an enclosure with just enough of a circuit board to let it talk to the USB, and on your computer it recognizes it the same as it would as an SD card or a thumb drive. Just a much bigger thumb drive. Needs its own power. It's not super portable, but you can see it's not much smaller than my laptop anyway, and this is a small laptop, so it's definitely something you could take with you if you needed to have quite a bit of additional resources available.